But I got to ask you as well. You're talking about seeing certain films specifically for the big screen. Uh, I'm a huge Star Wars fan, and I'll die on my deathbed saying that I think Attack of the Clones is a great Star Wars film. I love it. But do you think, or would you agree that Star Wars has frankly uh, peaked or overdone itself?
Um, I am like Star Wars is my first fandom. You know, like it's the first thing that I was like, I'm going to buy the toys of. I'm going to get the sheets. I'm going to get the blenders. I'm going to buy everything you can buy. I'm going to watch these movies 1,000 times, and I did, and I still do. Um, I think that it has not benefited from lack of vision to a certain degree. Um, I think that for better or for worse, the first six Star Wars movies had one person at the helm. You know, I mean, even if George only wrote and directed four out of those six, he was still the creative driving force behind them all, and it had a singularity of vision. It knew what it was, and it knew the story it wanted to tell. Whether or not it told those stories, you know, with varying degrees of success or quality, is independent of he knew what he wanted to say. Um, the latter three, you know, the 7, 8, 9 of the series felt blurry in that way, and that there was no cohesive creative vision. Sometimes that's an interesting tension, right? When you know JJ makes Force Awakens, and then Ryan comes in for The Last Jedi, and those are two different people kind of trying to tell a story that's responding to the other one. It can give you some interesting um, uh, tension and friction and conflict, and drama is all about conflict. Um, but then to like undo it all in the next movie, and then kind of just I'm going to do the thing I wanted to do, and it gets blurry. Um, I think it's good that we step away from Star Wars for a little bit. I think Star Wars benefits from distance. You know, Star Wars is a nostalgia-driven enterprise, and you can't be nostalgic for something you get every other year. It requires time away. It requires you to need to be fond of it again and be able to overlook all of its faults again. Um, I don't. I think Attack of the Clones is one of the weaker movies in there, but there's still interesting things in it. Like that was always a thing that I came to love about Star Wars, is that even the worst of these has moments that you've never seen before, has, you know, sequences that are just dazzling. And I think Attack of the Clones has some of those. I think Phantom Menace has some of those. I think all of them have some of those sequences where you're like, oh my god, this feels like Star Wars. And this is a new thing that I've never seen before. And for that, I'm super glad that they exist. But I could also do with a little bit of time away.